This short videos is a time-lapse of my journey while I was on Accutane. It was not an easy journey as I was on Accutane for almost 1 year. For those of us who have experienced acne, we understand the battles all too well. The ups and downs, the breakouts and breakdowns, days after days looking into the mirror and feeling hopeless. If you are interested to know more about what works for me in this tough journey, then keep on watching. Hi everyone, I am Chiyen. Thank you all for joining me today. I'll be sharing with you my own acne journey and highlighting the things that are finally working to me, especially about my Accutane journey. Everyone's skin condition is different, so please do not compare your skin condition to everyone else. And please be kind while watching this video because it took a lot of courage for me to be able to share my journey with you. I hope that by sharing my journey with you, I'm able to shine some light and give you some hope, as I know how hard and how tough is this journey going to be. So to start off, I'm going to give you a little bit background about my skin condition. I started to get acne occasionally when I was 17, but it was just a few small pimples around my forehead area, so I don't really care about it. It started to get worse when I started to get cystic acne when I was 20 years old, in which it was huge and painful. It initially started with a few pimples over my forehead, and then it was covering my whole face with the cystic acne. I started to feel self-conscious about my acne, and I would get all sorts of comments asking me to wash my face properly, not to eat too oily, and I wish people would not notice my acne and me also. I get bleeding and pus from the cystic acne here and there, not just about what other people commented about me, and also the amount of pain that I have to go through. My self-esteem getting lower and lower, and eventually when I looking in the mirror, the only thing that I wish for is just to have a clear skin. I finally visited dermatologist after I trying all sorts of acne product that I could find on the market. At first, I start trying to use topical medication even though the doctor recommended me to start on oral medication because I was so afraid of the side effect, as topical medication does not have any improvement. So I eventually started on oral antibiotic. The oral antibiotic that I have taken is trimethoprim sulfamethoxazole. It doesn't seem to help with my acne at all. I didn't get any improvement after months of taking the medication. It was my darkest time where my self-esteem hits to its lowest point that I finally start the Accutane. Due to the potential severe side effect, I always put Accutane as the last resort. After doing tons of research and outweighs the pros and cons, especially when my self-esteem was threatened, I decided to give it a try. My dermatologist started me on 10 mg of Accutane since December 2017. Since it was a very low dose of Accutane, the only side effect that I have experienced is dry lips. After a few weeks on isotretinoin, I began to break out very badly over my cheeks and my forehead. My doctor assured me that this will clear up. It did after a few months, but it definitely made the first half of my treatment harder, as I need to continue the treatment even though the acne become getting worse. It also left me with some scars that I am still now working on until today. This is usually due to purging phase, in which the Accutane pushes out the debris and the dead skin cells. Because your skin can become more inflamed and dry after first few months of starting Accutane, the acne can actually look worse than prior to starting Accutane. I am really fortunate because I didn't get any potential side effects that might come with Accutane, such as back pain, joint pain, dry eyes, nosebleed, depression, and the worst side effect is allergy to the Accutane, which we call Steven Johnson syndrome. After 6 months into Accutane, my progress slowed down and I started to felt hopeless again. The only part that have been cleared is my forehead. My dermatologist suggested me to increase the dose of Accutane to 20 mg. I was quite disappointed and felt doubtful regarding the decision, but still I followed the suggestion because I had already been on the journey for 6 months and I didn't want to waste the time and money that I have spent so far. Once again, during the follow-up with my doctor, he suggested me to add on another antibiotic, so I will be taking 20 mg of Accutane and also a type of antibiotic in order to help with my acne. At this point, I was very hopeless, and right after the consultation, I cried on my way home. I started to doubt whether is it a correct decision for me to start Accutane to treat my acne. Those were the days that filled with so much despair, full of sadness and tears. The only thing that I wish for is just a clear skin. And I couldn't understand why it was so difficult for me to achieve something that would come so easily for some people. Just when I was about to lose my hope, I started to see gradual improvement of the acne over my cheek area. After adding antibiotic into the Accutane, my skin gets better and better, and finally I tapered down the Accutane dose and finally stopped Accutane in December 2018. As of now, I had been 8 years post Accutane journey, and so far I have been getting 2 relapse of acne, moderate one after I stopped Accutane. However, I managed to do it with a natural method. If you want to know how exactly I managed to deal with my relapse of acne, the skincare adjustment, the diet changes, and what I have learned as a doctor, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to make a dedicated video about it. To me, Accutane is a miracle drug. It helps to clear up my acne and help me to achieve a clear skin, which seems impossible for me back then. The only thing that I have regret is I didn't start Accutane early enough, and this is something that I want to be honest about. Accutane cleared my acne, but it did not clear my scars. Those scars, the ice picks, the rolling scars, the boxcar scars, they are still here. As a doctor, I have special interest in dermatology because of the experience that I have went through. I am very curious to learn all the things that can help with acne, and I hope the knowledge that I have learned can help with you all who are struggling with acne as well. So if you are someone who struggle with acne throughout your whole life, have tried everything under the sun, but still doesn't seem to have any improvement, I would encourage you to bite the bullet and give Accutane a try. Of course, you will need to visit dermatologists nearby in order to start on this medication, because this medication is a controlled drug. This medication is a medication regulated by government because it can cause severe birth defect in women who get pregnant while they are on the medication. For some of you who worry about the severe side effect that it can cause, you can start by using low-dose Accutane because it can greatly reduce the potential side effect that it might cause. Few studies have shown that a low dose of isotretinoin, 20 mg per day, is effective in treating moderate to severe acne vulgaris with a low incidence of serious side effect. Also, I would like to stress that Accutane is not the only reason that I successfully cleared up my acne. Throughout this process, I had implemented new exercise routine, cut out sugary food, and remove dairy food product from my diet. It definitely plays some part in contributing my acne clearance. Since depression is one of the major side effects of Accutane, exercise is one of my secret to keep my emotions stable because of the endorphins that produce. I instantly felt better about my skin after I go for a run. Even though eating healthy and exercising does not cure acne, but I do believe that it can protect our mental health and also act as a supplementary contributing towards the acne clearance. Looking back, I'm grateful for my acne journey. It taught me something that I couldn't have otherwise learned about self-love, self-acceptance, and also the emotional toll that the skin problems can create. This is exactly why I am learning every single day about the skin diseases, and also this is exactly why I have a special interest in dermatology, because I know what it feels like when you look into the mirror and not recognizing yourself. I know what it feels like to feel hopeless just because of the skin problem. So I wanted to learn the expertise that can help people like you and me to feel pretty and confident. If that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, subscribe and follow my channel. Thank you for watching. I hope my story inspired you, and see you in the next one. Bye guys.